Alright guys, we are back for a Dokkan Battle Extravaganza video. So this is the first new character in Dokkan that we've had pity for on the banner, which is really good. We got a video breaking that down, we did the summon stream, all that good stuff. And RIBRIANNE is also the first major character introduced since the Link skill ball system is now in play. So, for example, I could just get her to level 10 links instantaneously. What my plan is, I mean, I guess I'm just speaking kind of like from a YouTube content creator, like whale point of view right here. I'm probably just going to use, like, what does it take to get to 9? So we do 6 of those. So if I think about all the characters that come out in a month, I mean, that I do need quite a bit of purples. I mean, I would only need 1 rainbow orb per link. And but the best way to do this as like a content creator would probably be to get them to like level 9 and then pop a rainbow key, bam, or one of the purple, like, you know, guaranteed link level keys. Because remember, to go from 9 to 10, it takes 2 of those. So just getting everything to level 9 for her and then popping a key is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm talking about this at the start of this video because I'm going to structure this video the way I typically do my level 10 link videos, which is we're going to, you know, level 1 links, no equips, going in raw. Now, I will tell you guys, I had to do it that way in the interest of, like, you know, doing what's good for the channel, like getting videos up. Like, I would do a rainbow video because I want to get the, you know, rainbow video out quick. I don't want to, you know, wait like weeks, you know, days to level up the links. So I'd get that out quick, and then we do a level 10 link video. Now I can change the structure with the link skill balls. I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to look at the comments here. I'm probably going to make a tweet on this. Let me know what you guys want for the 55% video after this one. Do you want me to continue doing level 1 links, no equips? Or do you want the 55% videos to be level 10 links? Because I can do this now, right? I could get, we could do a 55% level 10 link video. I don't want to do 2 55% videos though, so it's going to be an either or. But I'm going to look at the comments here. Again, I'll make a tweet poll about it. Maybe I'll probably, I don't do the community tab stuff often, but a community tab poll, I'll let you guys decide. And then moving forward with 55% characters, that's what we'll do, is we'll do whatever you guys want, either full level 10 links or level 1 links. And then after the 55% video, we'll do a rainbow level 10 link video, right? Because again, now I don't even really need to link level the new releases. I could save all of the link skill balls and the link level guaranteed link level keys. I could save this for these major releases, which just is very convenient for me, makes it easier to do the content. So here's the medals we need to awaken her. I mean, these are, like, some of these, the new 17 and 18 Dokkan Fest medal. Let's be very thankful, by the way, that they awaken with this medal, because that means they have fierce battle and not shattering the limit. Because obviously, RIBRIANNE and, you know, the Universe 2 girls, they do not have a Dokkan event. I mean, I would not mind a RIBRIANNE Dokkan event, by the way. Maybe I'm, like, one of, like, 5 people who would say that, but remember, we are past the point of if a character is worthy for an LR or stuff like that. I think maybe, like, if we're talking about, like, a Dokkan Fest LR, that now I do kind of like, you know, I don't know if I want a Dokkan Fest LR RIBRIANNE, for example. But, like, you know, any character, RIBRIANNE, Dispo I've seen talk about, you know, even Launch, like, these characters could get Dokkan Fest or Yellow Coin LRs. The only time I think worthy really matters is when we're talking about one of the major celebrations. But the thing is, that is truly, if you look at, like, the numbers, the revenue, that is when Dokkan in these games make all their money as a big celebration. So it's going to be Gogeta, Vegito, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan. Like, unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be. Okay, and then, so that Android 18 medal, that was just from the story event. This RIBRIANNE medal is from the story event as well. And then, of course, there's the Peppy Gal medal. And then now these are Dokkan Fest Android 17 medals we're using to get them to LR. Gotcha. All right, so I'll level the girls up to level 150. We'll see. I think that LR, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie, unfortunately, I think that they're only okay. I do not think that they're, like, you know, oh my god, ridiculous monster of a character. I think that they're just, like, solid. And unfortunately, it's like, if this is a Goku character and we're like, yeah, he's solid, that's fine. But Ribrianne, LR Ribrianne, like, they needed to make her, you know, what Videl was when she came out, what Captain Ginyu was when he came out. Because, like, Ribrianne is, like, on that level of character where there's just not a ton of hype around her. Like, people aren't going to care about Ribrianne. They should have made her, you know, Ribrianne should be better than Bulma. Like, Ribrianne should be a level above Bulma, is what she should be. Like, if they were smart, they would have made Ribrianne the best unit in the game. Well, people would have been so, oh my god, I say that, but, like, if I had to tell people, like, yeah, Ribrianne's the best unit in the game, people would get so mad at me. It's like what happened with Kale and Khalifa. People didn't think Kale and Khalifa were deserving of being #1 because they were Kale and Khalifa, and so, oh, that would be brutal. But, alright, anyway, let me level them up to SA20, full level. We'll jump into an event, and we'll see how good LR, Ribrianne, KAKUNSA, and Rosie are. Alright, so we are here in an event. Now, there are definite issues to talk about with Ribrianne and the girls. I mean, okay. Immediately, here's the thing. With their intro up, we get presented with this. A field of tech orbs. What is their defense? 183 is not very good, though. This can be huge HP regeneration right here. So, let's say, you know, one thing that's very tough about LR Fusion Zamasu, right? The fight will start, and Zamasu peppers you with cheap damage. And there's not anything you can really do about it. You're going to take a ton of damage against Fusion Zamasu. He's cheap as hell. Let's say you have Ribrianne in slot 2, or, excuse me, in turn 2, rotation 2. We could, you know, change all these tech orbs, and then bam, you know, we could heal up quite a bit. But the only issue with this, right, is that Ribrianne changes AGL, STR, and physical to tech. So we're left with a field looking like this right here. Ribrianne, this character cannot go slot 1. If this character was a slot 1 character, like, she would be very interesting. You could keep this character exactly the same. If they also guarded, I think they would be acceptable. Like, you just add guard to everything else they're doing, and we're talking pretty good. They're not necessarily a slot 1, but they could at least survive, potentially, right? So I guess let's go through a lot of what the girls are doing here. So 12 key super attack right here. We are getting 30% attack and defense and colossal damage. 18 key super attack is 50% attack and defense and mega colossal. So we have the intro. If there's 2, basically you have to have a full tournament participant rotation, and then their intro will proc. Okay. And then I believe with that intro, we get the STR, AGL, and physical to tech key sphere changing. And then 3 key for 3 turns. That's what they get from their intro. Then at the start of turn, they get 3 key, 123% attack and defense. Then they have a 30% chance of the following 3 things, changing STR, AGL, and physical key spheres to tech key spheres. So I have a 30% chance of doing that every turn. It's interesting, but what is something you guys have heard me talk about constantly with same type orb changing? In order for it to be relevant, you kind of have to be a slot 1 character. Rainbow orb changing, you typically, in my experience, you know, 8 times out of 10, maybe 9 times out of 10, rainbow orb changing, it just creates, you know, orbs for all the characters on rotation. Like, you're good. But that's not the same thing with type orb change. This is a huge problem with LR Future Gohan and Trunks, right? Like, this you know, Dokkan Fest God Goku gets away with it because he's got the huge dodge and the guard in slot 1, right? Like, that's the thing with type orb changing, man. It's not good design. Then they get an additional as a high chance to be a super. If HP is 66% or more when attacking, they get an additional that has a great chance of being a super if there's another Universal's Rival Saga category ally in the same turn. So that's good. So, I mean, we can get a quad super, which is nice. Then they get 2 key, 122% attack and defense, and 22% damage reduction with 2 type key spheres. I don't know what they're thinking. 22% damage reduction? Like, can we be serious for a second? Like, who does Amatsu think they are? 22% damage reduction? You kidding me? Like, that's not gonna cut it. Remember, this is a summonable character, by the way. So none of this, like, you know, they're free to play. You know, they're doing some stuff. I'll take it. Right? They're a sub easy. They're doing some stuff. I'll take. This is the character that we have to grade by Fusion, Zamasu, and Omega standards. Right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We are grading this character by those fights, and these girls unfortunately fail with that grading there. And then finally, this is the part where, personally, I think potentially sinks this character. They get a 22% chance to crit each time the character obtains 2 key spheres within the same turn, up to a max of 66% crit. Literally switch the crit and damage reduction, and this character becomes really good, right? Because if they just got the 22% chance to crit with 2 key spheres when attacking, sure. And then we would get the 66% damage reduction at the start of turn. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, if it's between crit and damage reduction, like, it's not even close. Like, they would have been way better. This is not a great opener. I mean, we're running a team with MVP 17 and 18. Or, this team is really bad. Like, I'll just come out and say it. This team is awful. And unfortunately, I mean, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie, they pretty much, this is where they have to be run. I mean, we could get away with trying it on, like, Power Wishes, but it's gonna be wonky as hell, man. It sucks. I mean, RIBRIANNE is not really, they could have made her, RIBRIANNE, these characters super good, and they would have helped 17 and 18 a lot, but these characters are just not good enough, just flat out, right? So now, you know, you have 17 and 18 who are okay, and now we have RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie who are okay. But unfortunately, that's all they are. And, you know, again, right now, we need characters who are a little bit more than, they're okay. They're all right. They're all right. They're all right. Like, that's not like what we're looking for. All right, we get the crit. We got a normal, of course. Another normal coming in. Of course. Of course. Thanks, girls. Yep, then we get the super attack. Lovely. Yeah, that's gonna be another one of these characters, huh? Yeah, they're tremendous, man. All right, I'll take the double-digit tanking at 55% right there. I mean, this first form cell, he's not like, oh my god, but like, you know, he's a real boss, this cell, so I'll take that. Super normal. Stop me if you've heard that before, man. Oh my god. All right, we'll play this, sure. Alright, so, with this rotation, hopefully we'll see some higher stats, I guess, from the girls next turn, since we're going to have both 17 and 18. I'm going to keep both 17 and 18 on this same rotation. We'll maybe get a little bit of extra juice for them for a turn or two and see what it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire this off. Let's just get the 2 unit super attacks here with the Goku. And again, we'll be able to get the 2-turn support. Now remember, we are going to be slightly debuffed by Cell in the next turn. But I do want to see this. So this 2-turn support is really, really powerful from the androids. Again, the problem is that the androids are just not sturdy in any way. So it's like, again, characters can do all these things. But like, if the boss just insta-kills them, what's the purpose? What's the point? Right? Like, you do, no matter what, you need to be able to take hits from these bosses, man. You have to be able to receive the punishment the bosses give out to you and deal with it. And it's like, you know, a lot of times, like, easy ATURs aren't going to do that. Yellow coin LR EZAs aren't going to do that. You know, there's all these types of characters who might not do this. But, you know, the characters that do need to be able to handle this is, you know, LRs and stuff like that, like these. All right, so we have 17 here. Oh, their link set, by the way. Here's the other thing. This is pretty much the team we have to run them on, but the decision, a lot of RIBRIANNE's issues are going to overlap with 17 and 18, unfortunately, because, like, that's, RIBRIANNE, like, they're on 200% teams, 17, 18, and Kale. Kale is, like, basically unrunnable, and 17 and 18 are actually also basically unrunnable. So RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie are stuck to these 2 teams. Again, we could run them on Power Wishes, but it's going to be really, really wonky as well over there. But their links, like, we have to build the team. We have to structure it like this. Because 17 and 18 are worthless if they're not getting the 2-turn support. but we need to fill the team with Gokus. Gokus, who don't work well with 17 and 18, and don't work well with RIBRIANNE and KAKUNSA and Rozie. So, like, this is a mess right here. If 23rd World Tournament Goku was, you know, like, he's really good, but he needs another revive character to get him to his true potential, which we don't have on this team. So, it's just like, we are just, I mean, I could just talk and talk and talk and talk away about the negatives of running these characters together. There are links that more than meets the eye, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Diva, Signature Pose, Tournament Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. A pretty shitty link set. I mean, something like Metamorphosis is a really good link, but here's the thing with Metamorphosis as a really good link. 385k they're at right there. Okay, wow. Remember, they get 50% from 18-key super, and then they get 30% from all their 12-key supers with the little bit of damage reduction. So you could see they can get to a pretty nasty level defensively, you know, with a perfect situation. We have MVP 17 giving us crazy support. We have the double 2-turn support last turn. But that's the other thing I have to encourage people to understand is, you know, you do want to be able to identify, okay, we're getting, you know, huge extra support right now from 17 and 18, right? Like, you need to understand that. All right, finally, we actually get an additional super right here. Cool. So the first one is, what, a 70%, and the second one is a 50%? Damn, I love this character. I wish they were better, man. This would have been so much fun if they were the best character in the game. Dude, it would have been so fun if they were #1, man. It really would have been. Oh, my God. It would have been so goofy. Like, I wish I could emphasize to you guys enough how much I wish I could have gone to Nano and Diddy and been like, yeah, buddy, guess what? There's some bad bitches, all right, but nope. Nope, unfortunately, I could not. All right, let's, I wanted to do the damn the double 2-turn support. Cell keeps supering RIBRIANNE and debuffing her, damn it. You know, we're slightly losing a little bit of damage. I want to see, you know, what it's going to look like, when we get the double 2-turn buff, and then, you know, she is able to do the damage. I mean, yeah, it looks like this RIBRIANNE, from what I'm seeing, this character to me looks like they are exactly what I thought they were. I don't think it's like, oh my God, now that I'm seeing them in game, or, oh, wowie zowie. It's like, no matter what, man, it's gonna be a rough world tour, dude. Like, I mean, when it comes to fighting Omega and Fusion Zamasu, you can't run 17-18's team. You can't do it. So it's like, we're gonna run like Power Wishes, I guess, and it's gonna be a goofy ass Power Wishes team, dude. Like, it's just gonna be bad. Like, it's not. To me, I don't have fun like just like losing over and over and over. I like winning, right? So, we'll see. We will see. We'll see. I'll try my best. Again, Power Wishes. With Bulma, I mean, we might not even get her intro. What tournament participant characters on Power Wishes? We're not even going to get her intro on Power Wishes. There's no way. Like, that's not happening. Yeah. I mean, they don't need their intro to be good, though, right? Remember, what their intro does is it's the guaranteed orb changing the first turn, and then 3-key for 3 turns. So, like, that is stuff. Oh, yep. Super normal. Thank you, girls. My darlings, yeah. Now, what should we think about in terms of builds? Well, you definitely don't need crit. Giving them crit is very foolish. I think most people probably just go additional, which is good. Remember, I mean, this is a character where dodge... Like, I would love to see what people... I guess a lot of people are just going to want to, like, maximize their crit chance after all. But remember, on a character like this, RIBRIANNE and KAKUNSA and Rozie, where when they're doing a bunch of additionals like this, their chance to get the hidden potential system, like, it's high. Like, you guys, it's higher. So it's like, they don't actually need to get, you know, like a 30 additional build. So I probably will, for my build for them, I'll probably aim for at least like a good like 20 dodge or so. And then probably maybe the rest will go into additional. Maybe. I mean, I feel like there's like really strong like additional plus dodge equips. I probably don't want to give those to these girls. All right, this is gonna be the last turn. I do want to get like, I guess the first turn we saw from them, we didn't have the 2-turn support from 17-18, huh? Because I did want to kind of get a couple of rotations with the 2-turn support, but I don't want to just only do rotations of that. That's not gonna be good. We're gonna have to keep Goku here. All right, so we could do the giant transformation. I'm not going to do this quite yet. Now, here's where RIBRIANNE can cook. Well, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie, of course. This is where they could cook right here. So we could do their active skill, right? And they could go giant for 2 turns. We know how busted the giant transformations are. We could do this if there's a Power Wishes category ally in the turn and we're under 66% HP. I mean, against like Fusion Zamasu, that's very realistic. Like, you know, there's a good chance, you know, against Fusion Zamasu, we're going to do that. And then there's also, you could do it from turn 6. I do like that they give us multiple conditions, like, not multiple, well, there is multiple conditions, HP condition and Power Wishes, but we have multiple ways to activate it, is what I'm saying. That's really good when they do this. Turn 6, I mean, it's probably not the worst ever. It means against Omega, we should really be able to effectively use it against in Omega. The problem is that STR Omega is just as nasty as in Omega. Well, maybe a little less nasty, but he's really bad too. So we're going to have to get RIBRIANNE through STR Omega, and then if we get to in Omega, we could pop her active, and then maybe that will help us win the fight. So, I mean, like, she's got stuff. Like, I think RIBRIANNE is mid, like, or very slightly good. She's not bad. Like, I saw people comparing her to that in Spirit Bomb Goku, and don't you dare do that. That is disrespectful towards RIBRIANNE. Dude, RIBRIANNE is like a real character, just heavily flawed. Like, Super Trunks. I mean, I'll go on and on and on and on about Super Trunks, but, like, he has potential. He's not a loser. Like, Raditz is a loser. Int LR Goku is a loser. Like, just a true loser with nothing. There are not very many of those. And those are 2 characters that are that. Again, we'll save her. I mean, with the 2-turn support, all those tech orbs like that would have been nearly a full heal. They were close, man. Like, she could have been so crazy. Right? Like, that's... But, I mean, we do have 17 on rotation, and we have the double... like, support as well, right? Like, remember, this Goku is going to build up his passive, even the guard part of it, against this cell, even if he's not guarding. Yeah, these counts, he does count as guarding, because he's being hit by an AGL character. Oh, nice, you get the nullification, beautiful. All right, let's see, girls, what do we got for us? 6.18 right there, okay. I guess do we just do the giant transformation now? Like, have we seen what they're able to bring to the table? Is there anything else I really need to address? I mean, we've talked about it. They're on a fair... Let's look at their teams real quick, and let me just kind of go over, like, what... Oh, this is a triple super right here? Okay, cool. I mean, you can see, like, Rainbow level 10 links, I mean, we'd be getting, you know, a lot of extra stats, of course. So, but, like, I feel like... They're like a damage character, right? Like, they're triple supering with a 66% chance to crit. Like, the problem is that just their setups suck. Yeah, let's look at their teams real quick. So, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie. Let's see what actual teams we're on. Special Pose. That ain't a real team. Power Wishes is. So, they're on all the different Power Wishes teams. That's good. Then the next category is, what is that, Peppy Gals? That's Peppy Gals they're on. That's not really a real team either. Universal Survival Saga is not a real team. Then they're on Transformation Boost. That, of course, is a real team. I mean, Kale leads this. Kale is not a good leader for this team, though. We would want, you know who would be a good leader for this? Is LR Future Gohan. That would have been ridiculous. You know, or, but I would like, a leader for Transformation Boost that's a strong superclass character that doesn't have a ton of restrictions, like, you know, like, again, like a Future Gohan. And then I also would want, like, a villain leader. Like, they gotta... I just wish that they were better with these leader skills, man. So transformation boost she's on. Join forces. I guess there are a couple of leaders for join forces. Sure. She's on space traveling warriors. I don't know about running her with Turles, man. I guess. I mean, Cooler is going to share Metamorphosis with her, which is 5% HP regen, 10% attack and defense. It's a strong as hell link, but then of course tournament participants she's on. This is essentially the team we are forced to run her on. And then finally, what's her last one? Oh, this is Giant. She's on the Giant transformation team. So she is on Mid-Junior's. Yeah, she's on Mid-Junior's team. Well, Orange Piccolo is Power of Wishes. So, like, let's say we run Mid-Junior's team. I mean, she's certainly a help, right? Like, oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Like, what if we run Mid-Junior's team against Fusion Zamasu? We could crush him. Yeah, because we now have... I mean, Orange Piccolo and Mid-Junior, they're, you know, both, like, top 10 overall in the game. Orange Piccolo is... I mean, I would argue him as 1 right now. But Mid-Junior's a top 10 contender. Ribrianne and KAKUNSA and Rozie, I mean, they're a solid character. Baby is a solid character. I mean, Giant Hachiak we could use. We can now Rainbow him. We could use him if we're fighting a Saiyan, but against Fusion Zamasu, probably not so much. But I think we could run Mid-Junior's team, and we could do some damage, dude. Because we could get, you know, Ribrianne. Like, the thing about hers is you could use it instantly. Most of these major Giant transformations now, like Mid-Junior and Orange Piccolo, they are turn-gated. But Ribrianne is not. So... you know, she can, like, if we get good luck, she can counter Fusion Zamasu. Okay. Because remember, what makes him so nasty is his AoEs at the start. And you can take that away with Giant Ribrianne. What is her... does she have crits or something? Yeah, she does have a high chance to crit in Giant as well. That's good. So she could actually do damage to Omega and Fusion Zamasu. That's good. We have a super attack. Oh, perfect. I could just put them right here. Yep. Oh, we potentially could see some extra damage, believe it or not, from, the 2-turn support for Ribrianne's Giant transformation. 17-18 member. Oh, nice. We dodged that. First attack. Beautiful. They take damage before they attack, but they're at least reasonable defensively after they super. Yeah, I mean, I think Ribrianne, KAKUNSA, and Rozie team is a major issue for them. Major issue. Like, if they were a bit better, that would make Ribrianne, Rozie, and KAKUNSA a bit better as well. Because, unfortunately, like, a character, if you can only be run on a terrible team, I mean, you know, we do have to factor that in, right? I mean, even, like, S-tier Blue Kaioken Goku, right? Like, the same thing. Although, Blue Kaioken Goku, I mean, he's a little bit better now with 17-18, but I just am not... at this character, man, against real bosses, the 17-18, they could struggle heavily, man. Right? And it's... I've said many times, these new summonable Dokkan Fest and LRs, I don't care. I'm grading them on, you know, the biggest bosses. Okay, so now we can go ahead and do our transformation. Oh, we potentially could do shenanigans, too. Like, okay, so we got lucky with their orb changing. Now, let's pretend... remember what I said? You know, the key for Mid-Junior's team would be Ribrianne, Rozie, KAKUNSA, and Orange Piccolo together. Let's say this is turn 2 against Fusion Zamasu. We would be able to get huge HP regen, potentially, with these orbs. And then we could then transform with Rozie, Ribrianne, and KAKUNSA. Although, if we'd heal too much, we wouldn't be able to do the active skill, right? Because we got to be, what is it, below 66% again? It's, yeah, below, yeah, Power Wishes ally in turn, below 66%, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this Giant Ribrianne, let's go. Oh my god! Alright, so Giant RIBRIANNE is out. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. So, Giant RIBRIANNE, she gets 50% attack buff on her 18-key super attack. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's just go ahead and show that. Again, we get the 50% attack buff on 18-key super. She gets an extra 2-key per key sphere obtained. She changes STR key spheres to tech key spheres, and then randomly changes key spheres of a certain type besides STR and tech to rainbow. And a high chance to... Jesus Christ, dude. Her transform state is really good. Oh my god. Like, she's doing a lot. It's going to be very easy for her to really do some crazy things, right? Like, we're going to be getting these 18-key super attacks, I'm thinking, with ease here for her. Alright, so remember, we have 2 turns in Giant RIBRIANNE formation here. And that's good. So, you know, with the 2-turn Giant transformation... That means we are removing the boss's ability to do, you know, special abilities, heals, AoEs, super attacks, all of these things. RIBRIANNE will cancel the boss's ability to do those, which is just really, really good for us. So, yeah, all things considered, I think LR RIBRIANNE, I mean, she's solid. Maybe I do like her a little bit better after using her than I was thinking, right? I just wish that, like, we had, like, a better way to utilize this character right now. Like, she does not have anything like a setup that's great. The best we can do, and what I am going to do, is run her on Power Wishes. I would like to get... Damn, dude, I can't even get her 12-key super attack. I kind of just want to see the 12-key super attack animation. Yeah, there we go. Although, I guess we might kill him before then. Let's see. But yeah, there is LR, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie. Again, I do not have any problem whatsoever with these characters getting an LR. No problem. It's just when you drop a character that has no hype, no kind of like attention, no, again, no gravity. Like RIBRIANNE, I mean, she's not like caring, like, people don't care, right? If they're gonna do that with a character that people don't care about, like, you gotta make them busted, man. They have to be, like, a really, really good character. They have to be. So, alright. There was Giant LR RIBRIANNE. There's her, you know, D-transformation stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at all her details for the RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie LR. Alright, this is lovely love that saves the universe. RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and Rozie. Their leader skill is Special Pose or Power Wishes category key for and 150% of stats. Not very good. I don't recommend using these types of yellow coin LRs as leaders. I mean, remember, you'd essentially be losing out, you know, you're losing out on, what, 100% extra stats to everything just by running double, like a double yellow coin LR rather than like a double 200% leader. Like, it's a huge drop, right? Their 12-key super attack is the Lovely Carnival, which raises attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn and does colossal damage. Their 18-key super attack is the Lovely Fantasia, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn to 50% buff, and then they do mega colossal damage to the enemy. Their passive skill, Lovely Delivery, if there's another 2 tournament participant category allies at the start of the turn, you'll do the intro animation, and then you'll guarantee change STR, AGL, and physical key spheres to tech key spheres, and you'll get 3 key for 3 turns from the start of turn. Then they get 3 key and 122% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they have a 30% chance to change STR key spheres to tech key spheres, a separate 30% chance to change AGL key spheres to tech key spheres, and then another 30% chance to change physical key spheres to tech key spheres. In our run, pretty much every turn, it seems like we at least had one of those proc. So that is good. I mean, having the orbs around can certainly help. Orb changing is good. That is a good ability to have. Then they launch an additional as a high chance to be a super if HP is 66% or more when attacking. Then they get an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super if there's a Universal Survival Saga category ally in the turn or an enemy. That's gonna be tough. I mean, when we're doing the world tour, I mean, you know, that is gonna be a tough for us, right? We're gonna need like a Power Wishes Universal Survival Saga character, which, I mean, Who is that besides Blue Kaioken? Blue Kaioken, who we can't run. like you can't run Blue Kaioken. Unfortunately, you know, Mastered UI Goku really should probably be on Power of Wishes. Go back and watch like this scene where he transforms back into UI Sign, and like, you know, the little piano is playing and he gets the flash in of everyone cheering him on. Like, I don't know, kind of seems like maybe Power Wishes would be good. I mean, this would help them out a little bit if like we could rock one of the UI Gokus, but I guess we could we could try LR Roshi. Do we try LR Roshi? We could. But yeah, that is definitely going to be an issue. Getting that additional, it's not going to happen in these tough fights. Then they get an additional 2 ki and 122% attack and defense when attacking, and then they get 22% damage reduction with 2 or more type ki spheres obtained. 22% damage reduction is not what we're looking for. Let's just say it like that. Then they get a 22% chance to crit, up to a max of 66%. Each time they get 2 ki spheres within the same turn. That wasn't really a problem for us. We had no issues with orbs pretty much as we were going through, but yeah, kind of iffy there for sure. I mean, you know, being able to get, you know, these crits with regularity, I mean, that's great, but I mean, again, it's, you know, what's far more important is being able to receive the attacks from the bosses and work through them. So then her active is the giant form. She'll transform into a giant form with the active skill. You'll go into giant form for 2 turns. We could do this when there is another Power Wishes category ally in the turn, and HP is 66% or less, or we could do it starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Her links are More Than Meets the Eye, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Diva, Signature Pose, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Really pretty bad. That's not gonna be very useful in using this character. 12 ki multiplier, 150%, 24 ki multiplier, 200%. Typical numbers there. Let's look at the categories that the girls have. So, of course, we're on Special Pose right here. A Special Pose category. We are also on the Power Wishes category. This, like, when it comes to running her in these tough fights, a lot of the times this is the category we're going to have to use Power Wishes with real hitters, real big guns over there. She also, of course, is on the Peppy Gal team. Funny enough, RIBRIANNE, not the best Peppy Gal unit here. That, of course, would be LR Bulma. Then she's also on the Universal Survival Saga team, which is very iffy. I mean, these characters they're releasing for the Universal Survival Saga are all mid, unfortunately, right? Like, I mean, Kale, when she transforms, is amazing, but you got to get there. Tech Frost sucks. I guess that free-to-play 18 is solid, but, like, the Rabanra, Zarbuto, Zerloin, they're not very good. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they just released a bunch of mid for Universal Survival Saga right now. Then we're also on Transformation Boost, that, you know, huge category. This has been getting so many characters released on it this year, which is really, really good. Then we're also over here on the Join Forces category team, so more options over here, of course, is always a good thing. Then we're down here on the Space Traveling Warrior category team right here. I mean, there are a lot of Universal Survival Saga category characters on here, but, like, like, could this work? Running, like, Turles, RIBRIANNE, maybe, like, Cooler. You know what would help? Easy Jiren sucks. Like, if he was good, that would help. Yeah, it's just too many, like, bad releases all over the place. Hurts all these teams, right? Then RIBRIANNE is on Tournament Participants. I mean, this is kind of the team that we are expected to run them on, but 17 and 18 aren't quite good enough, unfortunately. And then finally, we are on the Giant Transformation team, again, with Majunior's team. I mean, this could be fun. Not specifically only Giant category characters, but, like, it could be fun to do something with this team, for sure. So there is normal RIBRIANNE. Again, remember, she has her Giant Transformation, which we could do, you know, when there is another Power Wishes category ally in the turn with 66% or less HP, or from turn 6. So that, of course, is pretty good. And then remember, she has, like, the typical stuff with Giant Transformation characters, like no links and stuff like that, right? So her 12 key super attack is the Fist of Love, which does destructive damage to enemy. That's just the normal, like, giant, like, modifier. Then her 18 key super attack is Love Shining, which does 50% attack, and then, you know, greatly raised attack temporarily, it's 50% attack, and then destructive damage to the enemy. Her passive skill, Festival of Love, 2 extra key per key sphere obtained, very good. She changes STR key spheres to tech key spheres, that's also very good. And she changes non-STR or tech key spheres to rainbow key spheres, which is also very good. And she has a high chance to crit, which for Giant is also very good. So, I mean, this looks like the best Giant character to me in terms of what she's doing here. Because, I mean, all the Giants, as long as it's a couple of turns, they're going to have the same, like, effect of canceling boss abilities, which is a feature, not a bug, right? Like, it's very cool. They just, like, they fixed the revive issue, right? Where sometimes you would revive and bosses would super attack multiple times, stuff like that. So, you know, until they take it away, which I don't think they're ever going to, because Giant transformations don't count as turns. In order for this boss abilities canceling stuff to not happen, it would need to be an official turn in Giant. That's what they would have to do. We'll see if they do it. I don't think they ever will, though. So the thing with her is you could create a lot of tech key spheres, then maybe leave her transformation, and then get lots of HP regeneration with the tech key spheres as well, right? Like, being able to manipulate the orbs and get lots of HP regen could work for Giant Ribrianne or normal Ribrianne. So, there we go. There is the LR Giant Ribrianne slash Ribrianne Rozie and KAKUNSA character. I mean, they are, you know, mid or good. I mean, I like some of the stuff I'm seeing from them, but I mean, it's going to be impossible to use them. Like, we're running them on Power Wishes where they're going to be, I think, just way worse. And it's going to be very difficult to get them to synergize well with these Power Wishes characters we're going to be running, right? Like, things are just going to be very iffy, unfortunately, right? It's just how it's going to be. So, let me know what you guys think of Ribrianne, KAKUNSA, and Rozie. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.